Hi everyone, today we're just going to do some more practice working with our angle relationships. On this page, what they're asking us to do is look at this very simplified version of a protractor at the top of the page and see if we can measure each of these different angle relationships. Please pause the video, give that a try, and come back when you're ready to go over some answers. So the general idea here, and hopefully you're done at this point, you're going over answers, is you want to look at each individual angle relationship. So like we start with PDH. P is at 0 degrees. It might be helpful to label that inside there. H, they've already labeled for us as 90 degrees. So the distance between 0 and 90 is 90 degrees. Second one works the same way, and that one comes out to 110 degrees. The next one doesn't involve P at all. I'm actually going to leave that 0 degrees there. This next one involves MDG. G is already labeled for me at 60 degrees, and I'm going to estimate M to be at about 45 degrees. So 45 degrees and 60 degrees are 15 degrees apart, and that's how you could do angles like that. The next answers would be 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 50 degrees. When you're working on your own like this, and we're not in class, it's always a great idea to try to do the puzzle at the bottom and see if your answer does make sense, and that your answers are there. Starting at O, we're just adding together different measures, so I'm going to clear this off. I'm going to leave that 45 degrees labeled in case I need it again. So HDP, that's this guy. I can find that answer, and that's 90 degrees, which I already had actually found in the first problem. And then the next one is HDK. These are adjacent angles because they both share the line HD. So H to K goes from 90 degrees to 150 degrees. That's a difference of 60 degrees. 90 plus an additional 60 would get me to the 150. So now I want to add these two up, which happens to also be 150 degrees. And that's how you can do that whole column. Find the angles separately and then add them up. Those answers come out to 65 degrees, 105 degrees, 20 degrees, 35 degrees, and 55 degrees. You're subtracting for the last three. All right, now page 20. We're going to be seeing a lot of pages like this where there's a puzzle that we have to solve, and there's not a set order of doing this. I thought I would kind of demonstrate how my brain works while I go through this, but any of these answers can really be found in multiple different ways. First, start by pausing the page, see what you could fill out. If you get stuck or you're ready to go over it, anything like that, come back and watch the video. All right, so you guys are going to watch me kind of stumble through it. And since there's no set way of doing the problem, I'm really like doing this thinking live. There might be pauses, I might mess up, we'll see how it goes. So let's see if I know any of these angles to start. So ROL, that's this guy. All right, so I don't have that angle yet. I don't know if I actually want to go through all of these. I think I'm going to use the information given to solve for some extra things. When it's an angle puzzle like this, I don't mind if you don't show all the algebra. Guess I should have mentioned that before. Sorry, you had to show a little bit of extra algebra. So my eye is drawn to this line right here because I see that here's my 48, and here in pink, that's going to be supplementary with 48. So you could use algebra. X plus 48 equals 180. And when you solve that, you get that this angle is 132 degrees. And let's see if I'm supposed to put this in my puzzle at the bottom. This would qualify as TUO or TUB, which it does ask for right here. It's 132 degrees. So I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to leave the 132 degrees labeled because I don't know where else I'm going to need it, but I'm going to erase my lines. All right, I can't do anything with that 62 degrees at the bottom yet because that's not really a right angle. It's not a straight angle. So I just have to leave that for now. I'm going to use my clues on the side. It says that CL is perpendicular to RB. Let's find these. CL is here and RB is here, which is great information. It tells me that these are all 90-degree right angles. That's going to be helpful later. So I actually just want to use the numbers. That'll make it easier for me. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And does it ask for any of those? Let's see. It does ask for ROL. It asks for that guy. So I could fill that in as 90 degrees. And I don't think it asks for any of the others, but they're probably going to be helpful later on. I can also use the rules that I know about triangles because I see an opening now. My eye is drawn to this triangle. Triangle angles add up to 180. So my 90 degrees that I just found out plus the 62 degrees plus this mystery angle down here have to equal 180. So that's easy enough to find, and that comes out to 28 degrees. So let's see if I need that one. It asks for BCL at the bottom. So BCL is 28 degrees. All right, I'm making my way there. Let's see what else I got. I'm going to look at this next clue because nothing else is popping out at me. It says that JK is perpendicular to CB. So here's JK, here's CB. That means that these guys are both 90 degrees. All right, that's going to help me. And I see some more triangles I can use now. One triangle that I can use is this. I know that these three angles have to add up to 180. So 28 plus 90 plus my mystery angle has to equal 180 because it's a triangle. And that mystery angle would be 62 degrees. That's what would give me 180 with those. And I think it asks for CJK down at the bottom. So that's 62 degrees. You might have done this in a totally different order. If I've given you some hints and you were stuck before, try pausing the video now and see if you could finish it up. If you already have everything filled in, you can keep watching. I see another triangle right here. So I have 48 degrees, 90 degrees, and one mystery angle has to add up to 180. And that mystery angle is going to be worth 42 degrees. Let's see if they ask about that. Yep, they ask for RCO. So that's 42 degrees. Anytime you feel like you want to change any of your answers, you feel like I'm giving you some good clues, please pause the video and fix yours up and then come back to the video when you're ready to go over more. Try not to let me do the whole thing for you. So I still have some missing angles here. RBP. Oh, I can use the other triangle for that. So here's a triangle. 90 and 42, have those so far. So here's my 48 degrees. Done. So RBP is 48 degrees. Let's see, CAP, where is that? Here, CAP. I can use a supplementary relationship there. So in green, I have this straight line. I know this much of it is 42. The rest of it's the angle I need. So that's going to be 138. So I kind of go about this in a disorganized way. Sometimes I look at the bottom, sometimes I look at the picture and just fill in what I can. TCB, where's that? TCB. Okay, so I have two adjacent angles there. I have 42 degrees and I have 28 degrees. I just have to add them up. 70 degrees. All right. CBP That's another adding up. I have two adjacent angles, 62 degrees and 48 degrees. That's 110 degrees. If you haven't been able to get anything on your own yet, try to get that last one before I do. Pause the video if you need to. Last one is LJK. All right, so there's two different ways I could get this. The easiest way for us in this class to get it, with what we know so far, is to use this straight line, because we have 62 degrees of it, and then we just need the mystery part. So they have to add up to 180, and you get 118 degrees. The other way you could get it, and I don't know that I would use this way, but just if you're curious, is you have a quadrilateral here, and you may or may not know that quadrilaterals add up to 360 degrees inside. So my 90 plus my 90 plus my 62 plus my mystery angle have to add up to I have to add up to 360, and you would also get 118 that way. All right, thank you guys for watching today.